I really appreciate you joining me today, and we've got some updates on some news stories that have just broke. First, we'll start off with the story that broke last night at 12:30 AM. Two clubbers were shot in a city centre bar in Birmingham in the Arcadian Centre, which is in Chinatown, at 12:30 AM on Monday, December the 18th. They turned up at hospital with non-life-threatening gunshot wounds, and they were shot at Portrait Bar, and police are examining CCTV and carrying out inquiries to try to identify anybody that was involved. The police have said in a statement that it was frightening and concerning that this has occurred when other partygoers were in the local area as well, and video footage has emerged of the moment that they believe that this shooting took place, where it was a very crowded bar and music was playing just as gunshots or a gunshot rang out. So thankfully nobody was fatally injured in this shooting, but this is the third person to be shot in nightclubs in Birmingham in the past 8 days. The first one was Acapella nightclub, which is situated in the Jewellery Quarter, which is about a mile away from where this shooting took place. And this story has gone viral on our Twitter, and it's based on the fact that the popular bar has been shut down because the shooting was not reported that occurred on the 10th of December at 3 AM. Instead of reporting the shooting to the police, the staff at the place cleaned up the scene and disposed of evidence. Police only found out about it because the person that was shot told them when they went to the hospital. And Birmingham City Council said that a person has brought a handgun into the Acapella premises while it was open, and the firearm was discharged inside, causing serious injury to somebody. This was a serious crime, and by virtue of the maximum sentence on conviction being life imprisonment, they received advice from the police that said there was a complete absence of management control and security breaches were allowed. So several days after this shooting occurred is when the police actually were able to go to investigate, and this can really hinder an investigation, and hence why it's such a criminal offence. And this is a big warning as well to other people as well, to make sure that you don't ever tamper with a crime scene in any way, shape or form, because there is charges that you can face. And I look forward to hearing what the viewers on YouTube have to say on that story. In all of these shootings as well, nobody has been arrested, so we'll definitely update you if there is any sort of convictions that do come from these cases. Meanwhile, in Tunbridge Wells, police have done an operation where they've been trying to arrest a lot of dealers that are taking part in county lines, and one of them occurred in July of 2023, and they've now released a body cam footage of the moment that they found £2,000 worth of Class A drugs in the car of a man known as Justin Kohler.
You ever been to Tunbridge Wells? Have you been to Tunbridge Wells before?
Yeah.
You have before? In this car?
Yeah.
You're going to be detained for purpose of a drug search, okay?
Yeah.
I'm PC Clancy, PC Harrison, Sergeant Kavanagh, okay? We suspect that you're here in Tunbridge Wells dealing drugs, okay? The reason for the stop is we're sitting in this location, which is a high crime area.
Oh, there we go. In a drawer, okay.
He was arrested and taken into custody, and he pled guilty this week to possession with intent to supply and was jailed for 20 months. So I hope that he can sort his life out when he comes out of prison, and we'll definitely keep you updated on any news such as drug stops or drug busts that take place across the country. In this next story coming from Kent, a mother and her boyfriend have been found guilty of murdering her son, who was only 18 months old, and his name was Alfie Phillips. Sean Hedges and Jack Benham have been convicted of the murder of Alfie following a 9-week trial at Maidstone Crown Court. The murder took place in 2020 on the 28th of November, and they inflicted a catalogue of injuries, and Alfie was found with 70 injuries when the post-mortem was completed, and these occurred in a short space of time. They denied that they had murdered him, and they said they shared a bed with him, and when they woke up they found that he was unresponsive. Emergency services were called, and Alfie was declared dead at 12:30 the same day. Doctors noted multiple bruises and injuries on the child's body, and the police were called to attend a hospital where the pair were arrested on the same day. Detectives from the Kent and Essex Serious Crime Directorate launched an investigation, and extensive inquiries took place. The Crown Prosecution Service accepted the charges for murder on Monday the 6th of March 2023 and the trial began.
I know you've given a brief account of what's gone on. Okay? Yeah. But there are further questions that need to be asked of you, okay? So at this moment in time, you are under arrest.
Excuse me?
You're under arrest for the neglect of a child, okay? You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention
You're arresting me?
something which you later rely on in court.
No.
Anything you do say may be given evidence.
No, you can't arrest me.
Jack,
What about
Jack,
Charles?
in the car.
Mate, no, please don't.
Jack,
Look, please don't make me do...
Jack, easy. So what I need to do is, okay, you need to listen to me carefully at this stage, okay? There's some injuries on Alfie which can't be accounted for.
What do you mean?
Okay, so the bruising to his eye, okay, there's a deformation with one of the wrists, and the hospital have also told us from an X-ray, just wait a moment, okay, that there's potentially an old fracture to one of the arms as well, which may have required some sort of hospital treatment at the time, but they can't find any records to show that it has been taken. Okay, that's what we've been told at the moment in time. Now listen to me, I'm not saying that you have done anything at all, but listen to me. Let me finish. Okay, so it's 2:33. What I have to do at this moment in time is I'm going to have to arrest you on suspicion of child neglect. Okay, just listen to me. So you don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence. Don't mention one question, some later on in court, and if you could do so, maybe given evidence. Okay, I know what you're saying, and I appreciate this isn't great timing or anything like that. But we obviously got...
The jury heard that Alfie had the 70 separate injuries. They included internal bleeding, bruising and fractures to his chest, ribs, feet, arms and also leg. He also had facial injuries as well as bite marks. And Alfie had been seen by other members of the family who said that they didn't see any visible injuries in the days before he was killed. So they believed that he was attacked in a very brutal fashion very soon before he was killed. In a tragic set of circumstances as well, they found cocaine, cannabis and alcohol inside the 18-month-old Alfie's body, and they believed the crack was because of passive inhalation. During the trial, it was said that Benham's caravan was untidy and there was no cot or essential items needed for a young child. Blood was also found on Alfie's sleep suit alongside his bedding. This was later confirmed to be his blood via DNA analysis. Detective Chief Inspector Kath Way said, "Today's verdict will not bring Alfie back, but it does mean that Hedges and Benham will lose their right to freedom and life as we know it. They will be sentenced tomorrow and I'll definitely keep you updated on their sentencing. So don't forget to follow on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Telegram, and we'll definitely do an update on the website. So I want to send my condolences to the family of Alfie and rest in peace to Alfie as well. He was so young, and like so many other children across the country and across the world have to suffer in this sort of way before their lives are taken by people that are meant to look after them. So really appreciate you joining me today. I'll be back again very shortly with some more news. Peace.